Whoa, their torpor drops fast. Like, not even Spino fast, like silly fast. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of ARK Survival Evolved with me, PommieGamer. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day, and today is update day, and I'm super excited because there's been a ton of new features added. Pretty cool updates. So we got a new dino called the Compy, which is, I guess, kind of like a ground swarming dino. Very similar, I think, in terms of game mechanics to how the Dimorphodon behaves as a swarm. Which is pretty cool. We've got rocket turrets now, sea mines, mountable wall lamps, there's a magnifying glass, which I'm not even sure what that's for, but pretty cool. And the really cool thing that I'm really excited about is actually the role-playing cooking and recipe system. So I thought we'd kick off the episode today by just showing you a few of those things. So Freddie has been kind enough to craft up some of the wall torches. Do you want to place those somewhere in here, Freddie, and show the peeps?
Yeah. Well, where do you want me to put them?
How about
It's
we
your castle after all.
do one either side of the gate on the kind of wall there.
Right. Okay. You've got to be pretty close to the wall to pull this off. And I'm going to put it about halfway in between them.
Yeah, sounds good.
I have to get this right, otherwise his OCD is going to play merry hell.
Yeah, my crossbow is at the ready. Oh, that looks perfect.
I dare not turn around now.
Yeah. So yeah, if you just scoot, yeah, that's perfect. Scoot to the left.
Right, fingers crossed. This should be about the same height. And
bingo.
there we go. Right.
That looks.
You actually
cool.
do have the crossbow out. Evil man.
Alright, I'm just going to put some thatch into these, turn them on, let's just have a look.
Oh, that looks really medieval. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's super good. It really fits in with the kind of medieval castle theme we've got going, so that's a nice little update. So the next thing I guess we want to show off is the recipe system.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, so let's head down to the kitchen. Let's make up some stuff. Now, the way that the recipe system works, from my understanding, is you need to have a blank note firstly. So I learnt the engram for that. I'll just show you where it is. It's actually one of the really early engrams that was kind of useless up until this point. So it costs 3 engram points, so I've already learnt that. So let's look in our craftables for note. And it costs 3 thatch and 1 fibre to make, so they're pretty cheap. So we're just going to make the 1. We don't want to set any text on it. Now we come over to the cooking pot and you want to stick your note inside. So firstly I'm going to grab some ingredients, and I'm thinking, given we've got a bit of savo root left over, should we make some moonshine of some description?
Yes, let's.
Cool. Well, I think the ingredients should be savo root and the ingredients used to make narcotics, which would be narcoberry and spoiled meat. I think that sounds about right, given narcotics tend to knock you out, as does alcohol.
As does beer, yeah.
Yeah. So, so what you need to do is you need to make sure you have the ingredients on you that you want to include in the recipe, and you want to drag your note into the cooking pot, come out of the inventory, and then if you hold E for more options, you get this new option in the wheel called Make Recipe. So we click that, and it brings up this GUI, and you can see here on the left-hand side we've got available ingredients. On the right we've got some previews of what our item that we're going to be crafting looks like, and you can toggle here between whether it's food or drink. So given that we're making a drink, it changes the icon here on the right, and we can choose an appropriate looking icon. There's only 2 at the moment. One looks like a kind of, it looks like a coffee cup really, more than anything, and the other one looks like like an ale. So I guess the ARK devs anticipated that people are going to be making beer straight away. So
you're either going to make beer or you're going to make coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a cup of tea.
So I think, given that it takes it's 5 narcotics to 1 spoiled meat, isn't it, to make 1 5 narco berries to 1 spoiled meat to make 1 narcotic. So I think if we do the same, so can we drag just 1 over? Drag and drop ingredients to make the new recipe. I don't want 100, I want 1. There we go. So in order to just have 1, I just control dragged there, and that split the stack out, so I've just got the 1. I want 5 narco berries.
You can always double click on the
5.
item.
I don't think that I've been trying to do that in this GUI and it doesn't seem to be working.
Oh, in the GUI.
Yeah, it's not really working. Maybe that's just a small bug at the moment. And then we're going to drag 1 sava root over, and this will form the base ingredients for our drink. Over here you can see we can change the colour and appearance of the drink. So colour region 1, what does that look like? Oh, that's the actual liquid itself. So I guess we want a kind of dark colour, or do we want to... I guess we want white because that's going to be the head of the beer. Let's look at region 2, which is the handle of the mug. It's kind of looking like a hot chocolate at the moment, which is not really what we want. It's a gold cup. Oh, you could spend hours just doing this, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll go with the white head and just the brown kind of like mug. It's the closest we can get to looking like beer at the moment. And of course you can drag these RGB color sliders to kind of change the actual sort of tone that you want of your colors, but I'm just using the base brown there. Now, recipe name. There's actually a pub really close to where I live in Sydney, and they do an amazing beer called Pommy Bitter, just by pure chance. So we are gonna shamelessly steal the name in tribute. Pommy Bitter. What should the Pommy Bitter's description be, Freddie?
Well, have you had a Pommy Bitter?
I have.
How would you describe that?
Heaven. I'm going to put the description as a traditional, if I could type, English ale. Excellent. And now if we click make recipe and we look inside the contents of our inventory, you can see here now we have a new item called Pommy Bitter, and it's a recipe to make a traditional English ale, which is awesome. So now if we throw that into our pot, and we are short on water, so let's go and grab some water. I'm just going to throw all of these narco berries and sava roots.
Yeah, here's some water.
And we want to throw some thatch in there as well, because the spark powder will eventually run out. And let's light the fire. So if you want to stand back, Freddie, so you don't get burnt. And it's got a timer now, and we can see it's making 1.
Ah, see now that does look like a proper beer.
There we go. Do you wanna take one of those out, Freddie?
Yeah. Right then.
And if we take a look at the stats on the thing, we can see it actually takes away health and stamina, which I think is fairly accurate for the beer. And we gain a little bit of water. So let's throw this on the hotbar. Let's take a little step back here, Freddie. And if I pop into K menu and say cheers.
Right. Gin. Consume 1 Pommy Bitter.
That is awesome. So yeah, just a really cool little feature now. I'm going to leave you to keep making those up, Freddie, whilst I take the peeps over to the fabricator. Because we've had a couple of instances, as I mentioned in the last video recently, of our birds getting attacked, and we've kind of mitigated that a little bit by having Tornado and Chocobo stay inside the castle. But Ragnarok is a little bit big for the castle at the moment. So what we figured we would do would be to make up a tracker and a node for all of our flyers, so that in the event that they do go AWOL, we'll be able to find them a lot easier. Now, I did some maths and hopefully it all works out right. I should have enough ingredients to make everything we need. So let's turn on the old fabricator, and I've already learnt the engrams for them. So what we're going to need is we're going to need one tracker, which uses strange energy from the 3 obelisks to triangulate all transponder nodes on a specified frequency. And we're going to need 3 transponder nodes, which will attach to our dinos and able to locate them. So let's make the tracker first, given that it's the most expensive of the 2 items. So it takes 50 polymer, 80 electronics, 25 crystal, 20 metal ingots, and 30 cementing paste. So let's craft one of those up. I wonder how much XP we get off this. So I'm at 970 at the moment. Wow, okay, I got a lot of XP off that. Pretty good. So we take that.
Yeah, when you craft some of those high-tech level, you get a lot of XP out of it.
Yep. And I've got exactly enough to make 3 tracker nodes. Go maths.
Oh yeah, I'm getting 16, 17 of shared XP off of you.
That's pretty good. Cool, so we've made those. So now, if we put this down on our hotbar, and we've got our nodes as well, stick those down on our hotbar. Although apparently we can't stick them on our hotbar, that's interesting. How do we attach them to the dinos then?
You probably have to just put them in their inventory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. Kind of makes sense. So we got to Ragnarok, and we take one. So that's now his inventory. How do I configure? That doesn't make sense. We need to change the frequency on this. Oh, I see. Ah, no, that makes sense. So what it's done is it treats the tracker like a weapon, and the nodes are kind of like the ammo for it. That makes a bit more sense. Okay, so now if we are just go into our inventory and check what options we have. So if we hold 5, if we press 5, what happens? Brings out the tracker with the node, and right click is how you activate the button. How would one change the frequency? That's interesting. C? No. Alright, I'm just going to left click and hope for the best.
I managed to create 11 pints.
Okay, so that throws one onto Ragnarok. Let's go over to our other 2 birds. I'm going to throw one onto Chocobo, just on the side of his neck. Although it's decided to attach it to his wing somewhere. Awesome. And now let's throw this one onto Tornado. And so now, if I activate it, it tells me Tornado is 7 meters away, Chocobo is 7 meters away, and Ragnarok is around 39 meters away. So that's pretty cool. That works out really well. So I think what we're going to do now, guys, is Freddie and I are going to gear up, and we're going to go out looking for these new dinos, the Compy, and we're going to try and tame some up. So we see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and we finally found these new dinos, the Compys. They are tiny, absolutely tiny. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. This one's a level 5 female. There's normally a small group of them. Is there any more down there, Freddie?
Hold on. Let me just...
Yeah, there's a couple down here. There's at least 3. So let's just check them all out. So what level are you? You're the level 2 female. What level are you? Level 2 male.
Oh, we've got an alpha raptor in the area. To your left.
To my left, okay. I'm going to try and grab one of these with an RG. Don't know if I can. Oh, I've got one of them. I got the level 5 female, exactly what I
Oh,
wanted.
nice.
Do you want to try and grab a male as well?
Yeah, hold on. I need some stamina.
Yeah, so do I. Well, I think the best bet, Freddie, is rather than trying to tame it here with alpha raptors in the area, and his friends knocking around, is to probably head to the taming box we built for when we tamed the Bilzebofu Hopkins, which is just north of here in the swamp.
Yeah, I really. Based on what they said on the wiki as well, these guys will wake up basically real quick.
Yeah, so it doesn't take a lot to knock them out by the sounds of it. A couple of trank arrows should do the trick for a low level. But managing their torpor is going to be interesting. They don't stay asleep for very long. I think it's probably to do with their size. We're going to want to turn left here. So
Tiny dino, tiny sleep.
yeah. I'm down to about half stamina, so once we get these guys over to the taming box, we'll bring you guys right back. See you in a bit. And we're back, guys, and we've got this little female compy trapped inside our taming box. She's pretty quick. She's quite nippy. We decided to hold on to the other guy in Ragnarok's claw just whilst we get this one knocked out first. Oh, and it's down. Do you want to drop the other one in?
I will try. This is not going to be easy. Now on over.
I think you managed. Oh, she woke up already.
Well, I'm in position. Hopefully.
Oh.
Oh, hello. Did she just get out?
No, that's the male. I knocked it out.
Out my hand? Oh.
Cool. All right. Do you want to land, and we'll get the taming going on these guys. Whoa! Their torpor drops fast. Like, not even Spino fast. Like silly fast. And it's awake. And right, I've just used 25. Right, we need to go and get some prime meat for these guys. This is going to be a tricky one. Can you manage? Do you want me to pick up the unconscious one?
I'm just going to be raking through the narcotics we've got.
Alright, I need to get prime meat then. Whew. Okay, these guys, yeah, they wake up quick. I mean, that wasn't even funny. That was just like, yep, I'm out and I'm going to be up in about 10 seconds. So I'm looking for some kind of prime meat. Stegosaurus, Spinos there, that will do. Okay.
She makes a really weird noise.
So I've just grabbed 8 primate off that spino. I'm on my way back. Now in theory these guys should tame up pretty quickly with the prime. I think the primate is the only meat they actually eat, which is kind of interesting given all of the other carnos eat regular meat as well. Okey-doke, primate. Throwing it on there now. Oh,
Whoa!
instant tame.
Phew!
Right. Now you go to sleep. Access inventory. Prime.
Fella.
Tame.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, so in matter of fact, if you get these guys down and you have one primate on you, you can instant tame them without using any narcotics. The trouble is trying to isolate them because they normally roam around in about 4 or 5, and they are pretty quick and they can do a lot of damage in the meantime. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to get these this girl and this guy back to base, and then we'll be right back. And we're back, guys, and we've got these 2 little guys back to base, safe and sound, and we decided to name them after the dragons from Game of Thrones that Daenerys owns. So we've got Drogon and Viserion, and yeah, they're pretty cool. Let's check out the base stats on Viserion. So health is 94, stamina is 100, oxygen food, who cares, melee damage nearly 300%, movement speed 200%. So basically these are, I guess, they would be a cannon fodder really. You would want to get like a large group of them, probably in like the 20s, and they would just wreak havoc with those kind of base stats. What about Drogon? How's his base stats turning up? So very similar as well. So 20 points just shy on the melee. Movement speed's the same. Everything else looks pretty much the same. And
quick and vicious.
yeah, and you can see these guys are mate boosted, and what's really cool as well is these get an additional boost for every extra compy they have around. So you can see here Viserion's getting a +1 mate boost because Drogon is nearby. So again, if you imagine you had like 20 of these guys, they're going to be really hard to deal with, and they're pretty quick as well. You can just imagine them swarming a player. And the other really cool thing is, you'll probably notice from the tooltip here, you can carry them on your shoulder. And they definitely do look like the dragons there now, don't they? I really like the colours on these 2 guys we got. So Drogon's kind of the red and the black, and Viserion's kind of got the purple and black as well, with the green kind of crescent.
Right now they do look like a couple of derping parrots.
Yeah, perhaps we should have called them Polly or something. But it's pretty cool. I think this is definitely the first dino I've tamed that we can carry, so that's pretty cool.
There is one slight problem.
What's
and
that?
that's how you get them off your back.
Yeah, I haven't found a way of doing this without the aid of a flyer. But basically, if you sit on a flyer and then press X, you can basically throw them off like that. But
Poor little guy.
because X, when you're standing, just kind of crouches you, doesn't it? So I'm not really sure how else you meant to throw them. But if you know, please let me know in the comments, because I've clicked every button. I've hit J a few times accidentally, and it's been carnage around here. But yeah, pretty cool. I was really happy to find these guys. They were pretty hard to find. Just in case you're looking for them yourself, the most affluent area we found them in was down towards the green tower in the southeast region of the map there. But you'll have to look pretty hard because they're super tiny. They're smaller than a dodo, basically, is kind of what you're looking for. And very, very quick.
Well, they are aggressive, so when you do find them, you'll find out very quickly.
True. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, remember to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more ARK Survival Evolved videos. Until the next one, guys, keep calm and level up.